What is up, everybody? This is Brandon. I am back. It's a little early in the morning. I actually just got up. Woo! But I wanted to make this video because I've been getting a lot of stale shares lately, and I wanted to talk to you guys about mining on bad internet, or not a constant internet source. So what I'm talking about here is, say, if in my example, I'm mining on Wi-Fi, and my internet speed is fluctuating. So, like the actual internet coming out of the ground sometimes will be great, and then sometimes it's horrible. That's because there's an actual problem with the internet. They're coming out trying to fix it. It's an ongoing battle. But what that looks like is right here. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you. Okay, here's one of the rigs that I have running. It's mining ETC on Ethermine, and this is the pool readout. So I'll show you guys here in a second what it looks like on the miner side, but this is the pool side, and you'll see, oh yeah, mining good, bad, bad. You know, it completely loses its hash rate because that green line is the reported hash rate, and then, or the average hash rate, and then it just goes to nothing. Now if you get on here to the shares, you can see some more info. The green is the good shares. Don't worry about the blue, and then the yellow or that orange color is stale shares. Those are shares that you submitted but the work didn't get counted. So you'll notice my green shares will go down and my stale shares will come up randomly at certain times. So that's when my internet, basically the latency, or a lot of people call it the ping, is getting too high, and I can't communicate with the servers fast enough to be able to put in valid shares. And I mean, sometimes it gets really bad. Like, for example, right here, I had 27 stale shares and I had 66 valid shares. That percentage right there is ungodly. I mean, that's what, 30%? No, that's almost, I don't know. I don't know the percentage. It's bad. That's really bad. You only want like 1 or 2 stale shares. A good mining situation would be like 0, 0, 0. That means all your work is getting accounted for. All this, stale shares, is basically wasted electricity and wasted time, because your miner's still running and putting in the work, but then the pool or the network is not accepting it because it's either behind. Yeah, see, look, there it comes up a little bit more, 9. See, 77 valid shares, 9 stale shares. It's still not even acceptable. It's more than 10%. It's unfortunate. That's the current situation that I'm going through right now. And a lot of people will look on the pool side. Let me bring up my pool here, or I mean, not pool, but the miner readout side. And oh, let me not show you my password. Well, okay, there we are. So the Brandoncoin farm. This is just that one rig. Look at that, 99.8% efficiency, 116.2 megahash, 400 watts. Well, the reason why it's got 99.8% efficiency is because it hasn't disconnected. It hasn't gone offline. It's just got a bad connection. There's a big difference. So if you're getting a lot of stale shares, especially mining straight to a pool, that may end up being the problem that you're having, is your internet may not actually be good. Now let me flip the camera around and explain a couple more situations. Alright, so I don't want people to think that they have to go out and buy fiber internet by any means. You can actually mine on like 1/2 a megabit. Like it doesn't take much at all. It just takes a solid connection, a fast connection. I think I'm running into extra stale shares because I'm running through a wireless bridge and also Wi-Fi. So I have the latency of my computer having to talk to the router, then the router having to talk to the wireless bridge, and then that wireless bridge having to talk to the modem on the other side. So there's multiple points of latency. Obviously, to cut down on latency, if you can get it directly plugged in with a hard wire, that's always the best. So say, for example, if you have a hard wire coming out of your modem, going to a switch or a router, and then that goes into your mining rig or the computer that you're mining with, that's perfect. That it doesn't get any better than that. So if you're getting stale shares, maybe you could look into that. But other, you know, there's a whole host of things that could be the problem. One thing I did run into, is for some reason my router had some weird configurations on it. I ended up resetting the router, going back and just going with the bone stock settings, and it actually ran significantly better. But comment down below if you've experienced some problems trying to mine on your network and had some weird situations. I'd love to hear what other people have going on and what they have ran into, because definitely I haven't had these problems until I tried to go on full wireless mining. Because at my other house, I had everything hardwired, and I mean, my stale shares were like 1, 2. I wasn't getting nowhere near those amount of stale shares. Now, on another note, before we get off here, guys, some people have been complaining that NiceHash mining, they're getting a couple stale shares every hour, and there's nothing they can do to get those stale share down. I think that's actually probably because there's a little bit of latency whenever we're mining to NiceHash and then NiceHash reporting it to the pools. Because like some of my best running rigs were still getting stale shares when I had them hardwired at other locations. And it's odd that they were all getting stale shares. And if you talk to other people, it's like, oh, NiceHash always gets a couple stale shares, no big deal. And we were figuring it out, and on average, it's somewhere in between like 1 to 5%, which is actually a lot if you think about it. That's 1 to 5% of your work that's not getting accounted for, and you're not getting credit for. I'd love to do some like side-by-side comparisons. The problem is I don't have stable enough internet to make it like useful, but yeah. So if you've noticed some NiceHash stale share issues, let us know. Comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Hope everybody's having a good day. Adios.